we begin again. But before we begin on where I've gone, let me go back a little bit. There's room for interpretation either direction, but I thought it interesting to just touch again on the fact that Casca is still pining a little bit away for our friend Griffith, and Guts is a bit jealous about that. And they go back and forth, a little bit of an argument, and this is all before they're gonna do, let's just call it the initiation of the rescue of Griffith. In other words, they've crawled through everything they need to crawl through, and there's this little back and forth. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is, to me, it ends with Guts talking to himself about why is he here, in the sense, why do I feel I have to rescue Griffith? And then there's some discussion, and Guts basically is saying, let's go. To me, that shows that the real head, the real leader right now is Guts. It's really not Casca. She is in name only the leader, and Guts is fine with that. He's fine with that, but Guts is the leader. Now we jump to where I just began this early morning with my coffee. My friend Rickert, everyone's friend Rickert. So we see Rickert back with the Band of the Hawk, and they're kind of jovial. Griffith's coming back. Isn't that going to be great? Hang in there. Don't die now. You got to see. I wouldn't die now. Not without seeing the boss. Kind of like, I'll croak after I see the boss. Hopefully he won't croak. That hope was dashed. Rickert is sent to go get some water. Because what do you do when someone's either having a baby or about to die? You go get a bucket of water. I don't know why, but it shows up in the movies all the time. But I digress. So off he goes with a bucket to fill it at the local stream or lake. Who should he encounter but a strange creature that I believe Crystal has rightly told me is not an elf. It's something else.
Looks like a moth.
It does, Mothra. This creature is sort of hovering over the water, and the look on its face is sinister. Malevolent, yes, even a better word. And so I don't know about this creature. It scares Rickert for sure. Rickert arrives back at camp to see it empty. What he encounters is fascinating. It's empty campfires. And even I'm saying to myself, where did they go? Well, where they went was to become stomach contents to Carnivore Man, who I take it was the creature that possessed the Count way back when in the first books. It just seems to devour people. And it's devouring what is the last remnant of the Band of the Hawk, who's saying to Rickert, run, don't be devoured by this creature. And that creature has decimated the Band of the Hawk. He's eating his last man. He's saying to Rickert, run. And Rickert is, as you would suspect for a little kid, he's frozen in his tracks. And it looks like our friend Rickert is gonna be devoured. And I'm bummed about that, because who doesn't love Rickert? He's just a good kid. He'll kill you if you're his enemy, but he's a good kid. Come on. And it looks really bad. But here comes Skullboy. To the rescue? That's a big question. To the rescue? I think so. He has a rebuke for Carnivore Man, but it seems to be a rebuke from an equal, not a superior. And he just rebukes him for, what are you wasting time devouring these men? We have other things to do. Flying above this melee is
The malevolent moth.
Yeah, the malevolent moth. That's a better name. Great name. We don't know its intentions still, but Rickert is in trouble. Skullboy seems to save the day by distracting Carnivore Man. And I'm assuming and hoping that Rickert gets to escape. But in the background, we see these insectoid type creatures, one of which is the worst of insects, a praying mantis. I loathe praying mantises. I just don't like them. Some of you fellow gardeners like me would say, oh, but they eat bugs that destroy your flowers and eat your crops. Yeah, I get it. But they'll also attack a hummingbird for no reason. I don't like praying mantises, and this thing's a praying mantis. I hope I never see it again in these books. Well, we might. You could see it was a praying mantis because of its bent arms. You never want to deal. There was a movie called Them, way back in 1958. It is a must-see movie for all you guys. Classic. It is the story of giant ants. and what they can do. Let me put it this way. If it had been giant praying mantises, we wouldn't be making this book. The world would have been destroyed. But I digress. Skullboy, he sees plans for Guts. Whether they're his own plans or someone else's greater plans, I don't know. No one knows at this point of the book, but we're going to find out. And I have to keep reading today to find out. So I bid you adieu.